So we start by entering the app and we'll be welcomed by the login interface. So right here we can put in our email and password, but for new users you can just click on the sign up button, enter your email and your password. You can always click on the I button here to see the password that you're typing in, so that you'll be sure of what you're using to sign up, the password you're using to sign up. So let me click on sign up, and I'm welcomed by the dashboard where I can input my systolic, diastolic, and my heart rate. So let's use like up to 4 test values to see how this interface works. So the first one, I'm going to type in a normal value. So let's go with 160/60, then the heart rate of 60, and the note I can say after sleep. So I take this BP after sleep and I'm logging it in to see how it is. And it's telling me that it's normal. So let's enter like a higher value, 130/80, 5 workouts. Okay, let's make it higher, 140/90. Watching football. Hypertension stage 2. Okay, let's make the last one pretty high. We can make it after a fight. Like I see hypertensive crisis. So let's see the next thing that pops up, which is the smart insight. For each of the values that you enter, let me go back to the first one. Yeah. So like this one that is normal, this is the smart insight, maintain a balanced and healthy diet. Then for the next one, which was a higher value, smart insight gave is take natural BP herbs for 2 days, or take your prescribed drug, eat fruit for lunch, just these tips, and which are really helpful tips based on my personal experience and my interaction with patients, and coupled with the data that I got from the internet. Let's go like a higher value here, which is 140/90, hypertension stage 3. The smart insight was that came out is take natural BP for 3 days or take your prescribed drug, just like that. Then for the very extreme case, 220/90, and it's the smart insights. Seek emergency medical attention immediately. Do not wait to see if your pressure comes down on its own. Rest quietly and try to maintain calm while waiting for help. Now, if you look at the filter by dates, we can select any given period of dates here, but with this particular 4 value that we just entered, we entered it for 2 days, so this feature is not going to make sense. So we would have to like enter for some days for us to see how this feature works. So let me go to the next feature, which is the BP trend graph. Each point here is the value that we entered, starting from the first one, 110/60, then the next one, 130/80, and the next one, 140/90, and the last one, 220/90. Then we have the export report, which is we can export this, what we just entered now, as a PDF or as a CSV file. This feature is useful when you are trying to present your BP reports to your nurse or your doctor, so that they can follow it up and see your progress with your medication or with your therapy. So let's try it out and see how it goes. I click on the PDF. It's going to give us the option to download or to open. Let me click on the open button because I want us to see how it displays on the. So look at it over here. Interesting. So you can see the 4 values that we entered are accurately presented on the table here, including the status and the notes that are included. So this comes in handy when your doctor is trying to follow you up and see how your improvement is with regards to your treatment or your therapy. Now, let me go back to the app. Then we have the delete history. So in case you want to delete all your records and you don't want it to be on the app, you can delete it. So that's an option, but I wouldn't want to do that right now. And now there is the profile section, which is the first icon here. If you click on it, your profile, you can enter your full name. So let me enter my name here. I'll just use let me just say Don Charlie here, and I'll put the dates, my age. Let me say 30. I put my weight 60. Put my height in centimeter. But in case you don't know your height in centimeter, maybe you know your height in feet. You can put the equivalent value of your height in feet, and it will populate the equivalent in centimeter. So let me just assume my height is 5.5. It has given me like the equivalent in centimeter, which is 167.6 centimeter. So if I click on save profile, it's going to save my profile over here. And note that once you impute your height and your weight, it's going to automatically calculate your BMI. My BMI is showing 21.4, which is normal weight. But assuming your BMI is like bad, whether either underweight or overweight, it would populate here. So let me use like a high value here. Let's say the weights. Let me make my waist to be like 90, and you can see my BMI is now obesity, which is 32, because it's above the normal BMI level. You can change your profile photo, and it's loading up. Okay, so we can save it. Voila. So there we go. So this is the app feature. If you look at this pencil icon over here, you can edit your inputs. You can edit your inputs here. So let's say you made a mistake. Instead of putting 220, instead of putting 170, you mistakenly put input 220. So you can change it to 170 and update. Click on the update within, and it is going to adjust it over here. And you can see it has reflected both on the gauge meter and on the graph. So that is it. Now, for those of you that don't want to sign in with your email and password, you can also sign in using your Gmail, using the sign in with Gmail feature. All you need to do is click on the sign in with Google, and this method works fantastically well especially when your Google account is already signing on your device. So I'll just click on it, and voila, here we go. I'm logged in. You can also download this app as a home screen icon on your mobile. All you need to do is to click on the three dots at the top of your browser and go to add to home screen. So click on the add to home screen, and it's going to give you this notice. Then click on add, and there you go. To add it to your home screen, to your desktop. By desktop, it means the home screen of your smartphone. So if I check over here, I will see that it has been added. BP reset. You can see I did it twice. I've done it before, so that's why it appeared twice. So once I click on it, to just load up the app directly.